The Breakfast Show on KBC English Service.
We are having Monica Gituba from the Kenya Revenue Authority Domestic Taxes Department, who is really, just breaking it down for us so we can get to understand all about these taxes. So will the taxpayers liable, to pay minimum tax also pay the turnover tax as well?
No, you're either in the annual system where the installment taxes and the minimum tax apply, or the monthly system known as turnover tax system.
So what determines where, a taxpayer falls between the turnover and the installment tax?
So the turnover tax system is a system that allows a taxpayer to file their business income tax on a monthly basis. And if your turnovers are between $1 million and 50 million, then you qualify for this tax at 1% of your gross turnover. Remember, the difference is now in the annual system we are using income versus expenditure and determining your taxable profit. In this system, you're paying on a monthly basis on or before the 20th of every month at 1% of your gross monthly sales.
Remember, I told you that you can ask all your tax questions to Monica and she'll be answering them. Jared Oundo is actually saying, Haroka, pass my regards to the guest. Yani hatuwezi jipeleka police station vile umesema. Just taking ourselves to the police station. No. And by the way, most Kenyans fail to pay taxes because the government doesn't use our taxes appropriately. Have you had people complain about that?
We have had people complain about that. But remember, Kenya Revenue Authority is an agent of the government, collecting and remitting to the government. So what we can do is continually improve our processes and make it easy for you to pay your taxes.
There has been criticism that the new tax will kill businesses because it is based on gross value of transactions and not the net profits. What is your response to that?
The name is minimum tax. So that should be a guide that already it's the minimum tax at 1% of your gross sales. So as a business person, you went into business with the motive of making a profit. And you buy something at 100, do your maths and sell it at 200. So that means that you will not, the 1% will not make your business face constraints unless you have other issues that are affecting you. And also we would ask ourselves, if you have an unprofitable line of business that, for example, has been in a continuous loss, perpetual losses for the past 5 years, then we would need to ask ourselves, why are you continuing with that line of business? So I believe the minimum tax will enhance compliance and will enhance clear declaration, accurate, and it will also make a business need to plan itself accurately. Like, it will force a business to now decide, is this line profitable or not? What activities am I taking in that maybe are affecting my margins negatively that make me have a continuous loss?
We have a question here for you, Monica. There has been criticism that the timing of this tax is piling on the burden for businesses just trying to recover from the effects of the pandemic. Do you feel this is fair criticism?
I think that the government is sending a message because life is challenging as it is, and we can all attest that 2020 has been the year we couldn't predict. But then as life happens, you find that you need a wake-up call. And I feel like if as a business person you take this as this tax is out to finish me, then that will be your reality. But if you take it as with the understanding of where the government is coming from, that we have to collect taxes, we have to get back to business, then it is an opportunity for you to expand and grow. And also, like, remember, we are looking at, you're comparing it with your profitability and paying this minimum tax. And also note that you're also using the infrastructure, the roads, the electricity that is being made financed by the taxes that we pay. So this minimum tax is asking you to put something into the tax basket.
There has also been a proposal that KRA consider providing a safe period within which, an entity is not required to pay minimum tax just after that business has been incorporated.
That provision is not there, but remember that as a growing business, as a starting business, you have different ways you can pay your taxes. We have the minimum tax and the turnover tax. So if you qualify for the turnover tax, it means that your taxes will be paid on a monthly basis at 1% of your gross sales. Which means that if this month you sell 100,000, we are collecting that tax on 1% of the 100,000. If in the next month you go to zero, then that means that for that month you will not pay any taxes. And even minimum tax. If the first quarter you have 1 million, the next quarter you don't sell anything, then there's no minimum tax due from you. So as long as these taxes are able to adjust themselves to what is happening in your business. Okay. When your turnovers are high, yes, the tax will be high. When your turnovers are low, the taxes will be low.
On KBC English Service.